Hello, today we'll talk about learning a tune a different way. I use You and the Night and the Music. But maybe better to listen to a quartet playing it. Listen carefully. What do you hear? And try to remember everything you hear. A beautiful recording, isn't it? Live in Bern. Scott Hamilton with Jeff Hamilton. We heard the melody played by the saxophone and the band behind it. Often we don't listen to the bass part because it's low, it doesn't come out of the computer speakers, and I see that a lot of singers, for instance, focus on the lyrics and melody. Not so strange, but it's very good to hear, learn, know the bass part of the song. And we'll listen to the song again in 2 minutes, and you will hear a totally different thing. I will play the bass part of the song. I speed it up so that the bass becomes a new melody. This is the same song, but the bottom part. That's the song. And it's an AABA form. An A is this. And normally we can remember the chord names, going from C to D half diminished to G to F half, G half diminished to C to F. But what is in a name? There's no sound. But when I play the A part now, I think you already remember the melody. Remembering the melody makes it also easier to transpose. When I would play, I think you hear already. So you don't have to think the C becomes an F, the F becomes a B flat, the G becomes, that kind of mathematics. It's just hearing the bass part. So, when we listen to the song again, we will hear the bass part now. I will play the bass very soft to start with, so you hear what's happening, but in fact, this is the whole song, the whole thing to remember of You and the Night and the Music. A part, second A. B part. A. And a short extension. In a second video, we'll talk about the improvising on the tune, making melodies. But I want to set this bass, this other way of learning, very clear. Let's listen to it, and I will play the bass very soft behind it. So that's interesting. We hear the layers. Of course it's slower, but that doesn't matter. We still hear this. And normally the bass is lower. And of course there are minor and major chords, but that's not the problem to remember. We hear that, we know that as a musician, we feel that. But to hear this bass going on makes life much easier. And also during improvisation, singers try to sing the melody while someone else is improvising, and that makes it, that's not so easy, especially when the improvisation is a little weird. It's easier when Scott Hamilton improvises. I will turn one, let's say 2 A parts, and try to hear this. And that is what these musicians hear. The bottom part, the harmony part of the tune. That makes it so much easier to remember, to play, to transpose, and to improvise on, as you will see in our second video. At last, I will let you hear a very strange, more hip maybe, solo, although it's older, by Woody Shaw. And you probably in the beginning don't hear this at all. And I will help. So it's an approach. It's an approach to learn the bass as a melody, to remember it, to hear it, because there's it's a good way also to transpose songs. And then you have, together with the melody and the bottom part, you have the whole song complete. Some songs are easier than other ones. Depends a little bit on how they are composed. Like Autumn Leaves is a very good example of a simple construction. So that's the whole song. Easy to remember and so easy to transpose. So just experiment with it, and I think it will help to remember songs, know tunes, and to improvise on the tunes, because the bottom harmony is what you have to hear to work out melodies on top. We'll work on that in our second video about this tune, You and the Night and the Music.